Good morning from Caracas and welcome to Brazil Decides. Voters today will head to the polls in Latin America's largest country. We will have continuous team coverage throughout the day from our studios here in Caracas, our main newsroom in Quito, and our correspondents on the ground in Brazil. I'm Cody Weddle. Remember, you can follow our special reporting all day at our website, telesurtv.net/English. Also, follow us on social networks with the hashtag Brazil Decides. Today's election brings to an end a dramatic first round of campaigning unlike any other in recent memory. The economy, cost of living, and public services have taken center stage. Incumbent Dilma Rousseff is seeking her second term, and although there is little doubt she will triumph today, a second round runoff election seems inevitable. Keep a close eye on the battle for second place between Aécio Neves and Marina Silva, which will determine who takes on Rousseff in the second round. Recent polls have shown that race tightening and within the margin of error. And polls are now open with more than 142 million Brazilians ready to choose the country's next president. Brazilians will also vote on senators, members of the Chamber of Deputies, governors, and state-level legislatures. If candidates fail to receive more than 50% of valid votes, they are headed for a runoff election on October 26th. And we now go to our correspondent on the ground in Brazil, Stephanie Kennedy. Good morning, Stephanie. Millions of Brazilians are waking up right now and preparing to head to the polls. What's the mood there?
Good day from Rio. Well, today is the day everybody has been waiting for, Election Day. Over 142 million Brazilians will be participating today. There are hundreds of thousands of polling stations set up across the country. Now, last night, things took a dramatic turn when opposition candidate Aécio Neves, the Conservative, took the lead over Marina Silva. Now, Dilma has almost secured her position going through the second round, but now all eyes are on who will be going second. Just a few numbers here. The Ibope poll gave last night and this morning gave Dilma the lead with 46%, Aécio Neves 27%, and Marina Silva 24%. Datafolha gave Dilma 44%, Aécio Neves 26%, and Marina 24%. This has really changed the game. Everybody now is looking to see who will be going through facing Dilma head-to-head in the first round. Right now we're going to go and visit a few of the schools which have opened up their doors for the elections. We'll bring you more later on today. I'm Stephanie Kennedy here from Rio.
And thanks to Stephanie. Although voters can cast a blank ballot, voting is obligatory for most adults in Brazil. Brazilians will vote using electronic machines, and the process is fully automated. Here's more on what Brazilians can expect as they enter polling stations today. The voting process is secret, direct, and universal. It's mandatory for every literate person over 18 years of age. It's optional for illiterate people over the age of 70. Voters must bring their identification. The system is automated. The candidates appear on the screen. They must put their finger in the biometric sensor to register to vote. Once the voter's identity is verified, a green light confirms the vote. The ID is given back to the voter with a receipt of the transaction. Brazil's economic growth has had an impact not only in Latin America, but also in the global economy. That's thanks to the country's participation in various regional and international organizations. Over the next 4 years, foreign policy and economic cooperation will likely continue as an important policy area. Take a look at Brazil's current status within the region and within the world economy.
Recently, Brazil has had a positive impact on other countries in the region, thanks to a number of organizations that benefit the nation's growing economy. The Southern Common Market, Mercosur, is integrated by Argentina, Paraguay, Uruguay, Venezuela, Bolivia, and Brazil, as well as associated states. It has a gross domestic product of $4.5 trillion. It is considered an economic power because it represents over 82% of the global GDP of South America. It is the largest food producer in the world and controls the largest natural energy reserves on the planet. Brazil is a member of the Union of South American Nations, UNASUR. Created in 2008 with the intention of regional integration in energy, education, health, and environment, it has 12 member states which benefit from their efforts. The main purpose of this organization is promoting development of South American nations to achieve unity in the cultural, social, economic, and political affairs of their people through social policy, education, and energy. The country's rising economy, large population, and vast territory have also made it a part of the group of countries with similar characteristics. BRICS is an acronym used to refer collectively to Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. With a large amount of natural resources and growth of GDP, the group decided to create a new development bank, an important step in creating a new economic and political alternative. Brazil is also a part of the Group of 20, a forum for the governments and central bank governors from 20 major economies, which account for around 85% of the gross world product, 80% of the world trade, and 2/3 of the world's population. It promotes internal financial stability. Brazil has proposed dialogue on competition in financial markets, clean energy, and economic development.
As Brazilians decide who will be their next president, let's get to know the main candidates. Take a look, the 4 frontrunners to be the next president of Brazil.
Her first term continued the policies of social inclusion and regional integration of her predecessor, Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. She was arrested for the active participation in the resistance movement against the dictatorship of the 1970s and was imprisoned and tortured. She later became Secretary of Energy of the Freedom Democratic Party and joined the Workers' Party in 2001. Became President of the Council of Directors of Petrobras. Has worked for stronger Latin American integration. Started opening the files of the dictatorship to install a Truth Commission. On January 1, 2011, she became President of Brazil, being the first woman economist to come to power in the history of the country. Since then, she has achieved a low unemployment rate and continued economic growth, creating over 6 million jobs. Born in Rio Branco on February 8, 1958, began her political career in Chico Mendes' environmental movement. Minister of Environment in the PT's first government, she joined the Workers' Party in 1985. Began her career as a policy council member in the municipality of Rio Branco in 1988 and elected as state council member in 1990. Appointed as Minister of Environment in 2003 and resigned in 2008. In 2009, she joined the Green Party and proclaimed the following year as candidate for President of Brazil. Born on March 10, 1960 in Belo Horizonte. His first term as congressman, he became a ranking member of his party. On October 6, 2002, Neves was elected governor of Minas Gerais in the first round. Elected twice in the first round and with the highest approval rating among governors in 2009. Governor of Minas Gerais from January 1, 2003 to March 31, 2010. Born in Santa Maria, January 17, 1971. Known for supporting social movements, workers, and youth organizations. Part of the current socialist left movement. She studied literature and was an English teacher from 1988 to 1994. In 1994, she won her first election to the office of State Representative of Rio Grande do Sul. In 2002, she was elected federal deputy for the PT.
Remember, you can follow our special reporting all day long at our website, telesurtv.net/English. Also, follow us on social networks with the hashtag BrazilDecides. Until next time, I'm Cody Weddle.